morning everyone. Today we will study about the life process, that is from chapter 6 of class 10 science. So first of all we will see what is life process. As the name of this chapter is life process, so first we have to know what is life process. So the existence of life on the planet Earth is mainly based on certain functions and processes. There are certain basic vital processes, means there are such processes. In between that process, some processes are very vital, which are essential for an organism to stay healthy and to maintain the proper functioning of the body's organ system. Means these processes are very important for the organism to stay healthy and to maintain the proper functioning of the body's organ system. They are necessary for survival also. These basic essential activities performed by an organism are called life processes. So these necessary activities which are performed by the organisms, that process is known as the life process. Okay. Some important life processes that include nutrition, transportation, metabolism and respiration. These are very important life processes for the human and also for the animals, means all living organisms. Next we will see about the nutrition. So what is nutrition? The process by which an organism takes food and utilizes it. So the process by which an organism takes food and utilizes it, this is called nutrition. So this process is known as nutrition. Means an organism take in food and then it utilizes the food inside their body. This full process is known as the nutrition. Okay. Next, need for nutrition. Why nutrition is needed for our body? Organisms need the energy to perform various activities. So to do the various activities inside their body, energy is needed for the organism. The energy is supplied by the nutrients. So this required energy is supplied by the nutrients. Organisms need various raw materials for growth and repair. Means organisms need different types of raw materials for their growth and repair. These raw materials are provided by the nutrients. So these all raw materials are provided by the nutrients. Okay. Understood everyone? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
understood.
Understood.
Next we will see the what is nutrients. As in the previous page we have seen all the energy which is needed and the raw materials are also provided by the nutrients. So what is nutrient? Now we will see what are nutrients. Materials which provide nutrition, means the materials which will provide the nutrition to the organism are called nutrients. So the materials which will provide nutrition to the organism are called nutrients. Okay. Carbohydrate, protein, fats are the main nutrients and they are called macronutrients. So carbohydrate, protein and fats are the main nutrients of the living organism. They are known as macronutrients. Okay. And also minerals and vitamins are required in small amounts and hence are called micronutrients. So what we have seen, there are two types of nutrients. One is macro and another one is micro. Okay. So carbohydrate, protein and fats are the main nutrients. They are known as macronutrients, and minerals and vitamins are required in small amounts. That's why they are micronutrients. Okay. So autotrophic nutrition means the mode of nutrition in which an organism prepares its own food. Means when any organism will prepare their own food, this mode of nutrition is known as autotrophic nutrition. Okay. And the organisms which carry out autotrophic nutrition, means the organisms which will do the autotrophic nutrition, that means the organisms which will prepare their own food. They are known as autotrophs. Like green plants, we know. Green plants and blue-green algae follow the autotrophic mode of nutrition. So these are the examples of autotrophs. Okay. Autotrophic nutrition is fulfilled by the process by which autotrophs intake carbon dioxide and H2O. Carbon dioxide means CO2 and H2O means water. So in autotrophic nutrition, it is fulfilled by a process. So autotrophs intake means they take carbon dioxide and water and then convert this into carbohydrates in the presence of chlorophyll, sun and sunlight. This process is known as photosynthesis. So autotrophic nutrition is fulfilled by the process of photosynthesis. Here you can see one equation, that is carbon dioxide, that means CO2, plus H2O, that is water. So carbon dioxide and water is required, and then they will take the sun's energy in the presence of chlorophyll. Then they will produce C6H12O6, that is sugar, and also oxygen is produced by this process. Okay, understood everyone? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Photosynthesis.
Understood.
So what is photosynthesis? The process by which green plants prepare their own food, that is known as photosynthesis. So the process by which green plants can prepare their own food and they do the autotrophic nutrition. So this process is known as photosynthesis. Okay. During this process, the solar energy is converted into chemical energy and carbohydrates are formed. Means in this process, plants take the energy from the sun, that is solar energy, and it will be converted into chemical energy and carbohydrates will be formed. As we have seen in the previous that sugar is being formed, so this is done by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so the solar energy is converted into the chemical energy and the carbohydrates are formed. Okay, next, green leaves are the main site of photosynthesis. So where the photosynthesis is being occurred? Green leaves are the main site for photosynthesis. The green portion of the plant contains the pigment chloroplast. Chlorophyll is known as the green pigment. Okay, so the green portion of the plant contains the pigment, that is green portion is known as chloroplast, which contain the pigment that is known as chlorophyll. So it is the green pigment which is present inside the plant's leaf. That's why they can do the photosynthesis. Here we can see one picture that is showing the process of photosynthesis. See, the white arrow indicates here the photosynthesis and the red arrow will indicate the respiration. Okay, so here we will see that what is being done in case of photosynthesis and what is being done in the time of respiration. So at first we will follow the white arrows. So see, from the sun light energy is coming. Plants are taking this light energy as the solar energy. Then they are taking the carbon dioxide also from the environment, and chlorophylls are present inside the leaf, and also they are taking water from the soil, and also the minerals are coming inside the plants. With these raw materials, that is carbon dioxide, water, solar energy, and with the help of chlorophyll, plants are making their own food. So this process is known as photosynthesis. Okay, so this is the process of photosynthesis. Next we will see the process is being done in the time of respiration. Okay, so now we will follow the red arrow. See, when the carbon dioxide is coming inside in the time of photosynthesis, after the photosynthesis oxygen is being produced. So after photosynthesis oxygen is being produced. These are going outside the body after photosynthesis. Okay, but in the time of respiration, plants are taking this oxygen inside them. This is the process of respiration. So in the time of respiration, plants will take oxygen inside them, but in the time of photosynthesis, they will take carbon dioxide from the environment and they will produce oxygen, and they will leave this oxygen into the environment so that the other living organisms, means animals, can do the respiration. Okay. Now see the photosynthesis equation again. The whole process of photosynthesis can be shown by the following equation. See the equation. 6 CO2, that means 6 molecule of carbon dioxide is needed as the raw material, plus 12 H2O, means 12 molecule of water is needed. Then in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, the plants will prepare C6H12O6, that means glucose, plus 6O2, that means 6 molecule of oxygen and 6 molecule of water. So these are the product of photosynthesis. Okay. Next we will see the raw materials for photosynthesis. Means there can be a question, what are the raw materials for photosynthesis? Then we have to write like this: sunlight, chlorophyll, CO2 and water. These 4 are the raw materials of photosynthesis. Okay. So sunlight is coming from the sun. Chlorophyll, sunlight is absorbed by the chloroplast, means chloroplast is present inside the leaves, and the sunlight is absorbed by the chloroplast which is present in the leaves. Okay. CO2, that enters through stomata. Stomata means the opening which is present in the outer side of the leaf, that is known as stomata. Through this stomata, the carbon dioxide will come inside the leaf of the plant, and oxygen is released as the byproduct through stomata on the leaf. Means after photosynthesis, when oxygen will be produced, then this oxygen will be also released through the stomata. Next raw material, that is water. So water plus dissolved materials which is present in the soil, and the materials like nitrogen, phosphorus, etc. are taken up by the roots from the soil. Means inside the soil, water and some mineral nutrients are present like nitrogen and phosphorus, etc. So these all minerals and the water will come through the roots inside the body of the plant. So these are the raw materials for the photosynthesis. Understood? Next we will see how do raw materials for photosynthesis become available to the plant. Means how the raw materials will come inside the plant. So water comes from the soil through the xylem tissue in roots and stems, and carbon dioxide comes in the leaves through the stomata, as I had told earlier. Next we will see the site of photosynthesis, means where this photosynthesis occurs. So chloroplasts are present in the leaf, and see, this is the structure of chloroplast. So chloroplast contains chlorophyll, that is the green pigment. Inside this chloroplast, and with the help of this green pigment, chlorophyll, the photosynthesis is being done. Okay. Next we will see the main events of photosynthesis, means which are being done inside the plants in the time of photosynthesis. So in the main events of photosynthesis, at first the light energy is absorbed by the chlorophyll. As we know, chlorophyll is present inside the chloroplast cell of the plants. So light energy which is coming from the sun, that is absorbed by the chlorophyll. Then this light energy is converted into the chemical energy, and then they will break the water into hydrogen and oxygen. So water, plants have taken the water through their roots from the soil. After the conversion of chemical energy, after the conversion of light energy into the chemical energy, water will be splitted and hydrogen and oxygen will be formed. Okay. Then reduction of CO2 to carbohydrates, means CO2 will be changed into the carbohydrate. So sunlight activates the chlorophyll. So what is being done? At first sunlight activates the chlorophyll, which leads to the splitting of water molecule. Means after the activating of chlorophyll molecules by sunlight, this will lead to the splitting of water molecule. The hydrogen is released by the splitting of the water molecule, and which is utilized for the reduction of carbon dioxide to produce carbohydrate. That means after the splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen, the hydrogen is released and is utilized for the reduction of carbon dioxide into the to produce the carbohydrates. Okay, after that oxygen is being produced as the byproduct of photosynthesis. So carbohydrate is subsequently converted into starch, and then it is stored in leaves and in other storage parts. So carbohydrate which is converted into starch and it is stored inside the leaves and also in the other storage parts of the plants. Okay, the splitting of water molecule is a part of the light reaction. Means in the timing of day, in the day timing, this splitting of water molecule is being done. So this is the part of light reaction. Next we will see the events of photosynthesis in this picture. Okay, so see, at first the light energy is coming from the sun, and the chlorophyll absorbs the green wavelength from the sun and making plants look green. So why the plants look green? As we know, chloroplast is present inside them, inside the leaves, and there is chlorophyll, the green pigment present. So chlorophyll absorbs the green wavelength from the sun, which makes the plant look green. Okay, then carbon dioxide enters through the stomata and opening in the leaves, epidermis and cuticle. Means in the leaf, epidermis and cuticle, stomata, the opening or the pores are present through which carbon dioxide will come inside the plant from the surrounding. Okay, water will come from the soil through the roots of the plant. Water is absorbed through the roots and carried through the stem to the rest of the plant. A plant's roots replace the water lost during transpiration. Okay, then after the photosynthesis, this all whatever I had told, that are the process of photosynthesis. That means the events of photosynthesis. After this photosynthesis, glucose is being formed and also oxygen is being produced after photosynthesis. So oxygen and water vapor will exit the leaf through the stomata again, and water loss from the leaves is called transpiration. So this water loss means the excess water which is not used by the plants in the time of photosynthesis, that will go outside from the plant as the water vapor. So this is the water loss from leaves, and this process is known as transpiration. Okay.